30-06. Springfield is like that one old legend in town. Everyone knows it. Everyone has got a story about it. And no matter how many new stars show up, it refuses to fade. It's been around for over 100 years, proving itself on battlefields, in the woods, and across shooting ranges. It doesn't shout. It doesn't brag. It just works. And yet, for decades, people have tried to replace it. Gun makers have poured millions into designing better rounds, faster bullets, sleeker cases, lighter recoil. They claimed the future had arrived, that the 30-06 was outdated, overrated, and outclassed. The promises were loud. The excitement was real. And then silence. But why? Why do so many improvements fail to outshine a cartridge from 1906? Is it just nostalgia, stubborn tradition, or is there something about the 30-06, some perfect balance of power, accuracy, and reliability that is impossible to beat? Maybe the numbers on paper looked great, but when it came to real-world performance, these new rounds just did not deliver. This is not just a story about failed calibers. It's about chasing perfection and falling short. It's about bold promises, big letdowns, and the lessons they leave behind. Today, we are going to have a closer look on 5 calibers that were supposed to replace 30-06 but flopped. What happened to them? Why did they fade while the 30-06 kept marching on? Let's pull the trigger on that story. 26 Nosler. When the 26 Nosler was introduced, it made headlines in the shooting world. Designed to be one of the fastest commercial 6.5mm cartridges ever made, it promised incredible velocity, flat shooting, and long-range precision. The numbers were impressive. It pushed bullets in the 120 to 142 grain range at speeds many thought were only possible in custom rifles. The 26 Nosler looked like it was built to outperform almost everything, including the 30-06. For hunters chasing deer, antelope, or other medium-sized game across wide-open terrain, the 26 Nosler offered a strong pitch-flatter trajectory, less bullet drop at extended ranges, and enough retained energy past 800 yards to make ethical shots at distances the 30-06 wouldn't normally be trusted to handle. But despite its early hype and strong ballistic performance, the 26 Nosler quickly ran into problems. That high velocity came at a cost, and it burned through barrels fast. Then there was the cost and availability of ammo, factory loaded. 26 Nosler rounds were expensive and not widely stocked. 308 Winchester. The 308 Winchester is easily one of the most successful rifle cartridges of the modern era. It's accurate, reliable, and incredibly versatile. Whether you are hunting deer in thick woods or ringing steel at the range, the 308 gets the job done. It has manageable recoil, a wide variety of bullet options, and has been widely adopted for both civilian and military use. At one point, it was even seen as the natural successor to the 30-06. It's slightly shorter than the 30-06, which allows for use in more compact rifle actions. It still delivers solid energy and accuracy, making it a favorite for medium to large game hunting. Bullet weights typically range from 110 to 180 grains, with 150 and 165 grains being very common for hunting. Its effective hunting range usually falls between 300 and 500 yards, though skilled shooters have pushed it farther in target shooting with specialized setups. 30-378 Weatherbe Magnum. If power and speed alone could replace the 30-06, the 30-378 Weatherbe Magnum would have done it years ago. It's a monster of a cartridge, one of the fastest 30 caliber rounds ever made. With 180 grain bullets, it delivers jaw-dropping energy and a nearly laser-flat trajectory. This is a round designed for extreme long-range performance, and when it works, it really works. Taking game beyond 1,000 yards? The 30-378 can do it. Elk, moose, even large bears, this cartridge can handle them all with ease. But then comes the reality check. The 30-378 doesn't just kick at punches. That kind of power isn't free, and accuracy can suffer when you're bracing for every shot. Next is barrel life. That high velocity and pressure may give you long-range power, but it eats away at your barrel quickly. It's not just a minor trade-off, it's a major maintenance cost. And speaking of cost, ammunition for the 3378 isn't cheap. The 3378 Weatherbe Magnum is a specialized tool, 270 Winchester. The 270 Winchester is one of the most beloved cartridges in North American hunting history. Introduced in the 1920s, it quickly earned a reputation for accuracy, manageable recoil, and a flat shooting trajectory that made it perfect for open country hunts. With bullet weights commonly ranging from 130 to 150 grains, the 270 can cleanly take deer, antelope, and even elk at 300 to 400 yards, sometimes farther, in skilled hands. For decades, many hunters believed it would eventually overtake the 30-06 as the go-to big game cartridge. It offers excellent velocity and softer recoil that appeals to younger or recoil-sensitive shooters. In the right hands and with the right load, the 270 can even handle black bear and elk-sized game. But despite all that, the 270 never replaced the 30-06. Why? While the 270 excels in many hunting situations, it simply doesn't match the bullet weight range or power that the 30-06 offers. 7.64 Brenica. The 7.64mm Brenica is one of the few cartridges that came very close to matching the 30-06 in terms of design, purpose, and performance. Developed in Germany in the early 20th century, the 7x64 was built for hunters, and it delivered. With bullet weights ranging from 120 to 180 grains, it offered excellent flexibility, solid accuracy, and enough energy to take down medium to large game cleanly within typical hunting ranges. Much like the 30-06, the 7x64 was designed as a versatile, do-it-all cartridge. It shoots relatively flat, carries good velocity, and is well suited for hunting deer, boar, antelope, and even elk-sized animals. Out to 400 yards, it performs reliably and accurately. And with its near-identical case size to the POX 30-06, comparisons between the two were inevitable. In Europe, it actually gained quite a following. But while it held its ground overseas, it never caught on in North America, and that's where it truly flopped as a 30-06 replacement. The reasons? The 30-06 was already deeply rooted in the American hunting culture by the time the 7x64 made any waves. In a world where technology keeps pushing limits and new cartridges hit the market almost every year, the 30-06 just keeps showing up steady, reliable, and proven. These 5 challengers brought speed, power, precision, and innovation. Some came close, some looked better on paper, some even found loyal followings. But in the end, none could fully unseat the cartridge that's done it all for over a century. Because replacing a legend isn't just about ballistics, it's about trust, availability, real-world results, and a track record earned through generations of success. The 30-06 doesn't have to be flashy. It doesn't need a rebrand. It just keeps doing what it's always done, delivering when it counts. The throne's still taken. And if history is any guide, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends, and don't forget to hit the subscribe icon. Keep watching Gun Genius. See you in the next video.